Hey guys, Mizuki here. Today's video was suggested by one of my Discord members. Sorry, I forgot who actually suggested this video. Women will go after the married men more by Smugalana. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let's go.
Married men, is this a real phenomenon? Oh boy. I already have to brace myself. Why does my husband get hit on more since we got married and I get hit on less? Who's gonna tell her?
Why are you caring about this to begin with?
Oh jeez, okay. I'm a 24-year-old woman and my husband 25 and I've been married for 2 years. Aw, that's so cute. Over that time, I've noticed something interesting and honestly a little confusing. Since getting married, he seems to be getting hit on more often while I get hit on less. Fuck. Oh.
Why is she caring? Why is she caring about this? Why is she concerned about this? I mean, oh my god, they are a couple. They should be worrying about that. They should be worrying of having a happy life together, I guess. Why she's caring about this? Oh my god, this is so... what's happened with society? What's happened with people? I think every video I ask myself that because it's really... people are really becoming insane. What kind of... Why she's asking that to herself? Oh my god.
Oh jeez, okay. What's weird is that I haven't changed much. I've stayed pretty much the same in terms of looks and how I carry myself. And anything, I feel even more confident and secure in myself than I did before. But the attention I used to get from men has noticeably dropped off. Meanwhile, my husband seems to attract more attention from women than he ever did when he was single. I've wondered if it's because women are more drawn to men who are taken, while men tend to back off once they realize that a woman is
Oh, that is true. That is actually true too. But I don't think it's a sum of factors. I mean, we don't know more about her husband, but I mean, it's it's a husband. We don't know more about her husband, but there is probably more to add at it. I mean, we're talking about appearance. You know, a lot of other stuff, not just it. So we can just tell something by just like that. I mean, I don't think this is enough. I mean, this helps a lot, really, but I don't think
married
this is
or
enough.
unavailable. Is it that simple, or is there something else going on here? Has anyone else experienced something like this? She got it? Okay, good. She got it. A little bit. I don't know. Let me read this. All honest women will tell you this is true. It's pretty simple, too. If sleazy. If a man is married, another woman has done all the hard work of finding, refining, and catching.
I don't think refining is the correct way to say, because I don't believe that one person can refine another. I don't think like that. And I think it's way more hard nowadays. I think not just by that, not just as a couple you try to change each other's defects and problems that you have, but I mean something like also for me. Once you grow up, like, I'd say max 15 years old, maybe less, it starts to become really difficult to shape anything at all. Your personality and the way you act inside your house and whatever else. So it demands a whole lot of energy and a lot of years of talking and having and fighting over simple stuff. Just to maybe you get then kind of refine it over a little things. What I'm trying to say with this is you can't change your other half. You can't change your other half, okay? You better not try to. You better not start a relationship thinking that that person has many defects, many problems that I don't like in a person to engage in a relationship with me, but I can fix him or I can fix her. Like, don't do that. You will not fix them. You will never fix that. Just don't. Unless you want some problems for your life. More problems for you. I believe everyone has a lot of problems already. So I don't think you deserve more. So don't go after that, please. If you're watching me, for my audience there, please don't do this to yourself. I'm pretty sure that this is gonna fail, okay? The plan is gonna fail. Don't try that. Yeah, that's it.
He's a good catch. I mean, it's true.
Good catch.
Yeah. If he's married, it must be worth something.
What
Yes,
needs
dude.
to be good catch?
Oh my gosh. Women find men that are taken by their women more attractive.
Might it be the legendary six figures? Or the tall hate? I don't know. I'm just speculating here. But there are a lot of data that we don't have. I mean, it's a whole package. But if the difference is that much, like she is making us believe that it's what really happening, if it is not just something inside her mind, it might be clearly have much more stuff in it than just, it's because we're married, right? Or maybe she is like overreacting, over-exaggerating things for some no reason. I mean, in my opinion, it's just strange that she is thinking about it a lot. And because if she reached the point to come here and tell everyone that this is happening, she has been thinking a lot already in this happening daily in their relationship, and this is bugging her mind for quite a long time. So this isn't healthy, in my opinion, anymore. This isn't healthy to her. I mean, do you understand what I'm trying to say here? I think the problem might be on her. Maybe it's not like what she's thinking at all. Maybe she's kind of exaggerating. Maybe she's kind of too much possessive. I don't know.
Made choice by copying.
I don't know.
Yes, I do not understand it. I'm willing to bet at least partly on the not caring about other women anymore attitude that comes with being an honest married dude. Married plus no interest might come off as competent and out of reach. What if it's like a challenge or something? What if it's a challenge? You want to cool off for the summer? I got the perfect thing for you. Oh, god damn it!
Yeah, there is the challenge factor too.
I got the perfect thing. Smugalana waifu cup, only for 2.
Alana, how many of these do you recorded? I've seen too many. Oh, they are pretty much fun. I love that.
Grab yours now. Don't forget to click the link in the video description below. Don't miss out. Not even just married, single, well, guys getting ignored by women, but the moment you get into a relationship, BAM! All of a sudden women are hitting on you. It's bizarre. Okay. It's a matter of confidence, competence, and commitment. Women find those traits attractive. Married men, good husbands, have such traits. Men who are masters of themselves and know their own character are especially appealing. Self-sacrificial men and of unyielding conviction. I also think, like, if I think about it this way, if you get the bag and you marry your wife, like you're married, you're happy and married with your woman, I bet you, like, you become more confident. Like, does that not, like, say something? Yeah, like, maybe you're just exuding that kind of confidence. It's the wedding ring that attracts women? You really think so? Like, they just see a ring and they just, like, fucking want to drop their pants?
It's literally packaged.
Yeah,
We're
I thought
lacking
this
too
was a
much
meme,
information.
man. You're telling me somebody, like, studied this or something? And wrote a paper on it? I found a lot of...
We actually would had to do a whole investigation on it to be clear, to have sure, to make sure of what's really happening, but I usually have a very good eye for this stuff. A very, very accurate eye for looking at people and realizing who they actually are. I have a very good eye for this. I think this is probably one of the, if not the main reasons that I don't screwed up my life yet. That I'm always out of danger somehow. Or I'm just too overprotective of myself that I just not take any risks, so it's not clearly an
Does it mean he
advantage
does instant
to. I
flirting
don't
and
know.
banter? I don't know, man. Cheap wedding rings near me. This guy gets it. This guy gets it. Cheap wedding rings near me. Yeah, maybe someone wrote a paper on this or something. I want like actual fucking. It's called selection bias, where some types of women are more attracted to a man, maybe because of someone who already chose them. Yes, it's real. Is there like actually some sort of paper I can look up?
Yeah, so why would I go through the hardship of trying to find a person for me when I could just grab the others, the person that already was chosen by other person who went through all this hardship to get to know him and know if that person was good for a relationship as a partner? Why would I go through all this hardship if I could just take the shortcut and destroy it and by sequence, like a combo, destroy another woman's life? That would be win-win, right? This is what these women are thinking, because, wow, women can be real enemies. I mean, guys tend to be friends easily, but girls, even when they say that they are your friends, they do like I will simply say cinder things. I think it resumes a lot. Yeah, they do cinder
Like
things
obviously
behind their
there
back.
are women who like married men, but I thought it was like, I don't know, like a hag thing maybe. Most likely it was studied psychology students need to write something after all. Well, no, but this is like serious. I'm being serious. I'm not saying like, oh, it's like some stupid thing. Like a fetish. You're telling me this is like real and common? I don't believe it. I'm looking it up. Yeah, I'm looking it up. Like, what do we frame it as? Like female selection bias for married men? Is there a female selection bias for married men? Let's read it. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum. Yes, there can be a female selection bias for married men, meaning that women may be more likely to seek out or be attracted to married men. Potentially due to factors like perceived stability status or a subconscious challenge to existing relationships. This can manifest as increased interest or attention from women towards married men after they become married, possibly triggered by the perceived challenge of getting a married man's attention. Bitches be crazy. Wired to be a homewrecker?
Don't act like
let me find out your male weight.
Everyone knows this nowadays.
Let me. Is there female selection for me? Is it real? Like, hello? Is there Federal Reserve? This came from the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta. In summary, while not all cases of marriage involve selection bias, there's evidence that suggests that gender-related biases can influence how marital assets are divided, potentially leading to negative consequences for women. What is the source? Hello? Oh! Huh. It's gone. Why is it gone? Chat, should I do the Aspen thing and search it in Grok? Is female selection bias for married men real? Question mark. Come on, Grok. Alright. Studies like one by Ava and Wood 2015 suggest women sometimes rate men with partners as more desirable, possibly because they've been pre-vetted or less risky. Evolutionary psychology also points to mate choice copying, where women use other women's choices as heuristic, like being a whole.
Yay, and here we are, women sorority again. Yeah? Yeah, that's true. That's true. There is not much to do
for
about
quality.
it.
However, the effect is in universal context matters, blah, 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 blah. Some argue the bias is overstated or anecdotal, as not all studies replicate the effect consistently. It's also worth noting that pursuing married men can carry a social stigma, which may counteract the bias in practice. Okay. Heuristic. Yeah, I'm gonna say heuristic. Yeah. But if a married man cheats, would that make him a worse partner? Yes. Yes, of course. Yeah, like psychologically speaking. So it's unconfirmed at best? Yes. Ask for citation. What are your citations? Mate choice is copying humans. I review evidence. Like 1989 on mate selection, but didn't cite them directly to keep the answer concise. If you want more sources or specifics, let me know. Yes, please show me some more sources. Sex differences in human mate preferences, evolutionary hypothesis.
Helena, criminal investigation.
This is tested, blah, 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 in 37 cultures. Mate choices copying in humans. Yeah. There's a couple. Look, there's 5. That's something.
We are not doing anything.
Pre-vetted. Chat, so if you're married, if you are marrying someone, chat, that means I get the benefit of having not to put in that much effort into finding a mate.
Into finding. But it doesn't mean you don't need to make some effort to actually take them. Because it will be a lot more hard to do so because he's married. And also, like with a couple, you also will have a lot more problems in your life. And you also have to count that a married man, probably very much likely so, will not take you as a potential wife. He will just see you as a object for satisfaction, like for sex, really, because he already has his wife. It's kind of I mean, probably if you I don't know, okay, I don't know, but probably if you search the numbers, it's actually it's probably a very low number of people that actually leave their wives to marry with the lovers. I'm not sure if the name is lovers. With the person that is trying to take them out. You understand.
Google says like there's no official there was an official paper, like Google AI says it was removed, and Grok says there's no official study on it, but there's some references. Let me remind everyone, chat, just like let me keep this clear that AI is still AI. It's not a real source. I'm
really
looking it up for fun. We're looking it up for funsies, and because there's suspicious lack of anything relevant directly on Google about it, let's try wording it differently. Well, let's do that instead. I'm gonna try does female selection bias have anything to do with you being married? How do I put this in more concise words? Does female selection bias have anything to do with a man's marital status? indicates women might perceive as pre-vetted. So, but they said the same.
Female selection bias can be influenced by a man's marital status. I see in the wedding. Some studies suggest women may find married men more attractive because of marital. Like commitment, stability, or social validation, for example, mate choice copying indicates women might perceive married men as pervaded by another desirable qualities. Evolutionary psychology also suggests that a man's ability to secure.
Thing. Yeah, so what if they're saying that if a man is married, it means another woman has already done all the work to, like, screen them for any problems. Again, it cites three different things. It's like when your job does a background check on you. I wonder how, like, the wife's attractiveness plays into it. Like, if you're a girl and you think another girl is really pretty, would you have a stronger selection bias for her husband compared to a girl you don't think is pretty? Like, does her background check have less value if she's ugly? Yeah, I don't know, chat. I don't know. The wife's ugly? Maybe I have a better chance. It's a small study. Again, I'm doing this for fun. Guys, don't take this, like, you know, super seriously. This is just for funsies. Yeah, Grok's not perfect, obviously. It's an AI from fucking Twitter, but, you know, it's kind of useful. He's got time to think. Sure, I'll press the button. Why not? Boom. Boom! Thinking! Bam! Bam! Sheesh! Yo, chat, this is my fucking brain going into overdrive. Why have barrels says it matter? Yeah, we've seen this one. That's the same study. There's not that many studies done on it. Let's be realistic. Let's say generously, there's probably been like maybe 7 books written on it. Or
this is all very recently because the sexual freedom for women is also something very very recent in the history. I mean, it might have some decades already, but it's not that much yet. So people are trying to make studies and stuff about it now, and we're gonna only have the result of it in future. Also, there is no incentivize, at least it's what I think, to bring all these results to public. For simple reasons that this will probably push back the agenda that they are trying to enforce. This is my opinion. This will go against everything that they are trying to push for. All this sexual liberation and etc. If they start to bring results like this, showing numbers and etc. related to how women are how women became really brain rotten after the sexual liberation, the sexual freedom that they got because of feminism and etc. This will probably would be like they trying to destroy themselves after all of this. So I don't think they will bring this kind of numbers, even though I don't think they didn't even had the time to start some studies on this. It's usually they usually study things that are already quite some time in our history. And I mean, this is at least what I'm seeing. If you compare with other stuff, they usually take quite some time of observation and etc. before trying to study and take conclusions. Like, I had an example now, but there is too much hard words to say in English about this topic that I will discuss. So I prefer not talking about it. I will later, maybe later I bring a video talking about it because it's quite long too. Maybe if I don't forget because of my ADHD.
7
Yeah,
articles.
let's see what else we have here.
Yeah. Women
I don't
copy
know,
each
I
other
think
to fit
Kalana
in.
is
One
losing too much time
not
with
copy
this.
what another
I
woman
thought
finds
she was,
attractive. No, I think
keep
it's more so to
talking,
save time.
about other stuff.
Some girls try to steal married men just to boost their confidence because it makes them think they still got it. That's so cringe, but like, okay. I mean, if you break it down to like a, how do I say it? If you break it down into like a more animalistic biological approach, it does happen. It makes sense. Some men do it as well. Yeah, I'm sure they do. They're like, oh yeah, I can bag this bitch. Are there researchers done on this kind of topic, or are there only ones that you know of? Sure. Are there other papers or studies done about this kind of topic? Or are these the only ones you know of? Oh, he's thinking, Chad. He's thinking. Some men respect the ring and other men don't want used goods. It is what it is. Of course! Of course, Chad. Yeah, you can't just do that. Maybe you have morals. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's a couple more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What beautiful is good. While not specifically about marital status, this classic study on the halo effect shows how positive traits like being married can enhance perceptions of attractiveness of worth, which could tie into selection bias. Effects on potential partners, physical attractiveness, and socioeconomic status on sexuality and partner selection. Archives of sexual behavior. Ooh, sexy research scientists. Yeah. This paper examines how status, which includes marital status, can an attractive influence mate selection, offering insights into why married men might be preferred in certain contexts. Bro, I wish I had this when I was in school. This would save so much time in like looking for sources. I hated doing this shit. I hated doing this back in school.
Actually, I think it's amazing, but I'm pretty sure that when they stop to study the impact of these tools like ChatGPT and Grok in the future, they will probably say that this is making us dumber, because people will start to not think by themselves and just use. I mean, I think they are already doing that at this point. People will do everything literally using Grok, ChatGPT, and Copilot, and many others to do everything that they should be thinking about doing without using their brains. So yeah, I think we'll have much more problem than we are having now about actually masses being stupid. This will probably get worse within time, like not needing to think by ourselves. This ain't good. This can't be good. But I mean, we need to talk about. We need to know, and always remember the good impact of this in our society too, because people only remember about the bad things that it's causing, and it's what I say. Evolution can't be stopped. So why you gonna waste your time and energy blaming and complaining about AI all the time, like artists do all the time? I mean, there is no way you can stop this. There's just no way. You gonna keep complaining and crying like a crybaby, huh? About it? Of course, I love the artists and their art, but you just can't do shit about it. So why you just don't accept? There is nothing much you can do. It's like those old services and works that we used to have and that we don't have nowadays anymore. They were substituted and ended and terminated by the time itself and evolution and technology. There is nothing you can do about it.
Because we started doing this in high school. This might have been nice. I would say, like all things chat, There are examples and grains of truth, but it's not the rule. Like, if you want to attract a specific girl, slapping on a wedding ring is not guaranteed to work. I don't like getting to the realm of, like, unconscious bias because it's the same argument used by some people to call you a racist, okay? Like, let's be realistic. And I think the most fair and reasonable take is that I'm sure it can happen, and it has happened, but by no means does that mean that every woman in America is a homewrecker looking to steal a married man. I think we can leave it at that. And, you know, leave it at that and think about, like, you know, how interesting this is. Yeah. Don't care how interesting the other person is, don't care if they're separated. Yeah, like, I think this is a very reasonable take. But is there a negative bias if a man is married? If not, a ring can only help? I don't know. You'd have to ask the question differently with the AI. The field is rich with further exploration. If you're interested in diving deeper, you should.
I don't know. I think we could have being explored this a lot more if she had done. I think it was kind of too much superficial in this matter. I don't know. Maybe I'm over-exaggerating things. Maybe I was the only one expecting more. It was a good video. I just think that she lost too much time in just talking about this, going deep only into this effect of the woman interested in the successfully married guy from another relation. I don't know. I think we went too much time to that. We could have talked about other stuff regarding to this in other aspects, other situations. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being. Maybe I'm just being me again.
Do your own research and find out. And again, you should read the papers yourself, and that's why research is actually a lot of work. Ads! Yeah, we got ads. I know. Yeah, that was kind of cool. Yo, Fimble, thank you for the Prime for 9 months. Coasty, thank you for the Prime as well. Cordy, I really appreciate it. Quarters for 4 months. Married men have been vetted by a woman. Other women see that he must have resources and security. They see it as a shortcut. They don't have to do the work of vetting the man themselves. I totally agree, Canis, but at the same time, we aren't animals. Like, people do have morals. Some people, let's just say, like, let's take it as face value. In some religions, like, cheating is, like, perceived as, like you get stoned for that shit. Like, you get killed. Like, adultery is, like, punishable by death in some countries. It's a cultural thing, too. Like, some people...
Yeah, most of the countries did not usually happen, or use it to happen, but we use it to have more severe punishments for adultery, for example. Like, the loss of the rights of your partner, I mean, like, have loss of the benefits of being married with that person, like house, money, and etc. Lose of any rights. Sometimes even jail. Pass some time in jail. I think we had that here in my culture a long time ago. Nowadays it's not the case because everything here is crumbling down. Only down and down and down and downhill. By the point that even our football shirts even changed its colors to red, which is the communism color. It changed from yellow, green, and blue. You guys that watch football probably gonna know that's the Brazilian team shirt color. They changed it to red. It will be red from now on. At least from the many news that I've seen. This cannot be good. This cannot be a good thing. But it's what I said. My country it's already done for. I don't know what and why I'm talking about this again. I really don't know. It's just because I can hold this in my chest. You guys know me, and yeah. I will end up in jail someday because I don't live in a free country a long time ago.
Value that a lot, and they don't want to like get stoned or God will smite them down or the
dictatorship. Oh my god, I went so far from what Elena was talking to this. How I don't even remember how I ended up talking about this.
go to hell or something.
Yeah,
but that also you have to say that some people don't give a fuck and they are religious and they still fucking do it because humans also have insane urges and just want to fucking go crazy. You can't predict human psychology. Yeah, you can study human psychology, but you can't predict it either. People are different. Yeah.
You can predict you can predict anything. Animals, nature, a rock in front of you in the ground. You can't predict anything in life. Everything is pretty much unpredictable. We can't use our preconcepts and try to outsmart everything, but we just reduce the chances of the unpredictability of the life. But we not get rid of it. We do not avoid it.
We
totally.
aren't animals. Girls get 50 peepees in her poopy hole.
Actually, I think it's kind of terrifying when you stop and try to think about this for some time. It's kind of a little bit terrifying, don't? But it's just my impression. Oh my god, I'm really becoming black-pilled like some of my members said. Oh no, I don't even knew what was it, but after they told me the concept, I
man,
think
can we not bring up the girl that got 50 dicks in her ass, man, please? I'm talking about like a serious topic and you're just ruining it.
I talked about her. I talked about her. You should too. Because this is internet. Welcome to the internet. Have a look around. Yes, you guys know the music. I just can't. I just can't jump her music. I can't jump the music. It's just impossible. Yeah, it's impossible. But before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank you all my patrons that support my work here on YouTube, and especially my Three-Tailed Fox tier members Heath Rowell and Fenny Sylvy for the incredible support to my work. You guys are amazing. You can support this channel life and growth with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon. Link is in the description below. I think we talked too much about just this little facet of the why women find this attractive. I think there are a whole lot more that we could discuss here. I don't know why she didn't went through this. Maybe she just forgot and got to maybe the chat made she go through this. I don't know. I just think it was too much time just to talk about exactly one point in specifically when there were a lot more stuff to talk about regarding this. But yeah, this is what it is. Maybe we'll have a better video to react to in future. But this was kind of nice, just less good than... It was less good than usual, but was not horrible. And thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my links below, Patreon and Discord server. Consider supporting me on Patreon. But if for some reason you don't like Patreon or just can't, consider becoming a YouTube member. We have the membership link in the description below too, if you prefer. But you can find in the buttons too. I'm pretty much sure that you can find right in the right sides of the subscribe button. Probably. I guess if I remember. I'm still getting used to stuff, okay? Don't judge me. Thank you everyone for watching and I see you guys in the next one. Bye.